Yeah, Uber says, yeah. So I'll be reading this one. This is New Year's Resolution by Uber the Meh. Tags are for Immortality, Earthsea, and Homestuck, RC, Homestuck, and Post Canon. It's Dave Strider, and original characters, I believe it's all presented as narration. Summary is, it's New Year's Eve here on Earthsea. Our reader learned something about their good friend, Dave Strider. It is only seconds away now from a new decade. The long-awaited passage of time is dawning as I stand here with a person who I believe to be my friend. Although the cold winter breeze that blows by every cell of my skin tells me that it is real, although this sensation vibrates down to my core, I cannot help but wonder if it is just a mere illusion of what we were taught to believe. The realization of myself and the position in this world thereof brings nothing but doubt, skepticism, and mostly fear to my now fragile mind. I may blame this tragedy to this friend of mine, but alas, I cannot help but wonder if I would have done the same in his shoes. The dread that we all choose to forget may pass after this storm hits, but it is the ones who survived who must bear the pain of all. Dave Strider was not a man of extraordinary traits, to say the least. A common social gathering has brought him and a couple of other friends to engage with me in a friendly banter from time to time. He was quite humorous and respectful to those around us, as all people should be. We knew not of his origins or any sort of his past memories, but it did not hinder our social relationship, since if pleasant time were to be had, he was happy to oblige. As I look back on these moments, I cannot help but realize that as young as Strider may seem, he always became a mentor of sorts when desperate need of emotional assistance was required. He knew what must be said, but in a way that soothed the ones listening. Something genuine was hidden behind his words, and without any doubt, we knew it was true. Winter came, and holidays were to be celebrated. Families and friends gathered to enjoy the festivities, as I went ahead to be present with mine as well. The new decade was nearing, and the old was to be remembered in return. As the night of celebratory dining came to a peaceful recollection of the past, my mother brought up a series of photos and videos from my childhood. Tears not of sorrow, but of joy rolled down her cheeks as well, only to be soon turned into a sense of confusion and dread. When looking through these memories of the past, I could not help but notice a familiar face. A face which I only knew of with no alteration. Strider. Seen in the same picture as me. While I was a mere child who even struggled to walk, he appeared to be the same as ever. Not a year older nor younger. Could I have mistaken some stranger for my dear friend? As realistic as every other explanation may sound, the gut-wrenching feeling when I saw his face in that photo was more genuine than his truest words. It was undoubtedly him, and I had not the slightest clue on how. He seemed startled, uncomfortable even, desperately looking for a way out of this conversation where there would be no chance of undoing what has been done. As he took off his glasses and composed himself, he invited me into his apartment. It was New Year's Eve, and what better way to start the new year than with a slice of truth? We sat on his couch and he began his story. How he and his friends came from a faraway land, made a new world with the powers they had been given, and solemnly oversaw the lands until the end. While he was a sworn knight of it, time did not wait for him, nor his friends. Changes came and went as new memories were formed, and the old ones were left to wonder as Strider trailed off, as if unhealed wounds remained in those said memories. For a man, new changes and beginnings hold a significant meaning. A birth of a new person. Wait, hold on. A birth of a new person, to a nothing but some memorabilia of a higher being, a plaything to be replaced with another. The doubts and dread sent chills down my spine as I questioned why this almighty being would trap himself in a cycle of repetition. While scholars and academics may come up with an elaborate explanation on this psyche. But considering that he is still human, the answer becomes clear-cut. He is lonely. He refused to talk about the ones he created this world with, but I can only assume they have left one way or the other. Perhaps he wishes to leave as well. Or, perhaps, he wishes to hold on to what is left in the hopes of never leaving his side, never needing to say farewell. He stares into the distance as we sit in silence. Fireworks from afar fill the void as we feel the presence of each other. As the light shines through his glasses, all I could see in his eyes was sorrow. From the memories of the past, or the fear of losing another, is something I could not say. But as much as I needed him to be amongst our friends, he needed us as well. No one can say how long that might last, but as we looked each other in the eyes, we understood one another. One big firework blew off to indicate the new time in our lives. A decade passed, but the moment of our presence remains in the sea of uncertainties.
Damn, that was really good.
I really like that story. I really like the premise of it too. Like,
Dave feels.
Dave feels. Damn it, Uber, why are you making me care about Dave?
It's not hard to care about Dave. It's just
I
a lot
know.
of people do things that make you not care about Dave.
Right, exactly. It was very, very good. That's excellent writing, Uber.